So this is just a remake of my pistol and revolver collection. Excuse me. The first video I shot, the lighting was pretty poor. So I've moved into the kitchen now and I'm actually on top of the oven. I've got a sheet there, but I'm under the range. I've got a little lamp going over here. Give me a little bit better lighting. There's only two here you won't see today because my dad currently has those, and that's my Taurus Judge 45/410 revolver and a Springfield 1911 standard GI issue 45. He's on vacation and won't take a few with him, but we'll start out with some 22s. This is a Phoenix Arms 22. Nothing fancy, nothing special, but I like the looks of it. It's a compact little gun. It's light and easy to carry around. Holds 10 shots. That's actually a fairly cheap gun. I didn't pay a whole lot for it. This is a Cobra Arms 22 long rifle Derringer. Holds 2. Not very accurate. Not really much fun to shoot. You can't hit much past 10 feet with it, but fits right in my pocket. Goes along with me a lot of times. This is a North American Arms 22 long rifle revolver. It's got a 5-shot cylinder. Really too small for me to shoot. As you see, I've got to hold it like that. Trigger's tougher than hell to pull on it. Really just more of a toy. Actually, these two I took in as a trade. My friend gave these to me for a old Rossi 38 short that I had for many years. And a 38 short or slash Smith&Wesson round, excuse me, was the ammunition they quit producing in the 50s, so it's pretty hard to find anymore, and if you do, it's old and it cost about $50. So I was more than happy to take both of these on a trade. This is one of my favorites. This is a Browning Buckmark. This is the micro. It's got the heavy bull barrel on it. It's got these sweet grips on it. Nice little gun, looks pretty. It's fun to shoot until it gets dirty, then it starts to jam. It's an absolute pain in the butt when it comes to cleaning. Kind of hard to take apart and put back together. You gotta be pretty careful with a plastic piece back up in here. That's a Ruger Mark, that's the Mark II. That's a 50th anniversary model. Nothing fancy, pretty plain and simple, but it's very accurate. Never jams. Never have to actually worry about cleaning it, but I do. But it fires very well. This one here, this is the Ruger Mark III. This is a stainless. It's a little bit fancier. It's got a magazine release on it, and it's also got up here, it's an indicator that shows you when a round's chambered. That's a very reliable gun. I shoot that a lot. Up here we got the Sig Sauer Mosquito. That's a sweet gun. I don't currently have the laser sight on there because the screw is stripped out and it keeps coming loose. So I just took it off. I really don't need it. I would recommend, if you own one of these, to use a higher grade ammunition and use the high recoil spring. It will function a little bit better because they do tend to jam. This little cheap thing here, it's really got no name. That's a 25 auto. I got that for free many years ago. A friend just gave it to me, and it actually works pretty well. It only jams up about every 50 rounds. I get one or two. Not very accurate, but it's just fun to beat up. This old cheap thing looks pretty, but it don't function well. That's a Jennings 380. Works okay till it starts getting dirty after about 30-40 rounds, and it jams up and it's worthless. My dad gave that to me. He bought it in the early 90s just as a beat-up gun. I replaced the firing pin on it, and as long as you keep it clean, it works okay. Here's another cheapie. This is a High Point 380. Big old clunky, bulky, heavy thing. That's actually very reliable, and I've had zero issues with it. I think they build the High Points a little better, but I would never buy another one. This is one of my favorites. This is a Sig Sauer model P.232. It's a 380. That's a very light subcompact gun. I do have a concealed carry, and this one is almost with me all the time. That's a great little gun. This is a Browning BDA. It's a 380. That's a pretty looking gun. It's nickel plated, got the fancy walnut grips. Got that real nice emblem on there. I got that as a gift for my 21st birthday from my parents. That's a fun little gun. Shoots pretty well, but I don't use it very much. I try and keep it clean. Only thing I really don't like is the slide is a pain in the butt to pull back. Up here we got a Smith&Wesson. This is a Sigma 9mm. I got that on sale at Gander Mountain. Mainly bought that to replace a Smith&Wesson model 40-43 40 caliber I had. When I didn't have too many pistols, I went ahead and got this to replace a stolen one. It's not a very good gun, but it does function okay. It doesn't jam up very often. Pretty easy to take care of. The only thing I really don't like is the trigger. It's got a very tough pull on it. By the time you pull it, you're way off on your target. Down here we got the Springfield XD 9mm. This is a subcompact. This is one of my favorites. I shoot this a lot. Carry it with me once in a while. Not very accurate, but I believe it holds 13 shots, so that makes pretty good use of it. This is its big brother. This is a Springfield XDM 9mm. This is the full-size one. That's a workhorse there. That thing's accurate. Got an awesome trigger on it, and I shoot the hell out of it. Don't have any accessories for any of these. I would like to get some night sights on them. Maybe put some lasers on them. Maybe someday, but I'm in no hurry. Up here we got a Rossi 38 Special. That's an old gun, probably made in 33 or 34. It's in great shape. I got this one from my grandfather when he died. I've put a lot of rounds through it and it still performs very well. Down here's another one I got when my grandfather died. This is an H&R 32 short, not the Magnum. It's a beat up little gun. He uses the hell out of it. I'll get it out once in a while. Ammunition's a bit pricey for it, but it works great. And it's got some sentimental value, so I keep it around. This is one of my newest ones. This is a Charter Arms 22 Magnum. I believe it holds 5 shots. Not accurate at all. It's the first 22 Magnum I've owned, and it's fairly loud. But it's got a great feel to it, and it is compact. This is my Ruger SP 101. This is the 357. I bought this one because it is compact. I didn't want a large size, or excuse me, like a large frame 357. Holds 5. Pretty reliable gun. Always shoots a little low and to the left though. I don't know what it is about this one. I can never get that one figured out. I sleep with that gun actually too. That's what I keep by my bedside. And this here is my Taurus Raging Bull 44 Magnum. Bought this many years ago. Just a toy. Ammunition was a lot cheaper back then, so I used to shoot it a lot more. Nowadays it just sits in the safe. Get it out once in a while, but I just keep her clean anymore. It's a heavy gun. It's got the 6.5-inch barrel. Really should have went for the 8 3/4, but well, there they are. Excuse me.